This government is committed to working with partners to combat discrimination and to build an inclusive society. Our approach is anchored on 3 pillars. First, legislative safeguards to combat discrimination. Second, policies that foster social integration and protect the interests of minorities. And third, enlarging our common spaces. We are committed to enlarging the common spaces in which all Singaporeans live, work, and play. In schools, we nurture values such as empathy and respect in diverse student population that learns, plays, and grows up together. The importance of racial and religious harmony, awareness about disabilities and mental health conditions are taught in social studies, character and citizenship education curricula, as well as school activities and programs. All schools organize learning journeys to cultural and heritage sites, celebrate cultural festivals to help students to hone racial and religious sensitivities. Schools also promote a culture where students are sensitive to the needs of others, including peers with special educational needs or disabilities. For instance, schools have peer support networks to support students with SEN, and by 2028, all schools will conduct at least one disability sport-related program. MOE and MCCY also ensure that leadership opportunities within and outside schools are open to our youth who show potential, regardless of their background. At the workplace, beyond the workplace fairness legislation and tripartite guidelines on fair employment practices, we will press on with education efforts to grow the mindset that everyone benefits from a fairer and more inclusive workplace. In our communities, there are racial and religious harmony circles in every constituencies. They bring leaders from different ethnic and religious communities together to organize activities for Singaporeans. We also have dedicated efforts to raise awareness and encourage inclusion. SG Enable's I Am Able movement seeks to raise disability awareness through efforts such as the Unawkward campaign. SG Enable is also piloting the Enabling Services Hub to build inclusive communities where persons with disabilities and their caregivers can be an integral part of the communities in which they live. Beyond the label is NCSS's public education campaign that seeks to normalize conversations around mental health and promote social inclusion for persons with mental health conditions. They also partner the community through the Wellbeing Circles under the SG Mental Wellbeing Network. And finally, we harness the power of sport and the arts to bring people together. In sport, we are building up a network of world-class sporting infrastructure. We have also created diverse and inclusive sports programs for different groups of Singaporeans to pursue their sporting interests. Last year, we announced 10 strategic moves under the Disability Sport Master Plan to engage, enrich, and further empower persons with disability through sport. In the arts, we're expanding arts accessibility and inclusivity to bring people of different backgrounds and abilities together. This is the approach that Singapore adopts to promote inclusion through laws, policies, and the growing of common spaces that we build through education as well as shared experiences.